Amber here, hope that you're well. This is your how does he or she feel about me spread for the period of July the 15th through to August the 15th. I apologise not having done them earlier, guys, but I'm sure that you're an understanding bunch. And there's so many avatar readers out there anyway. Like, I'm sure you didn't miss me that much, but I'm glad to be able to contribute and throw my 2 cents into the ring. So I hope that you enjoy this reading. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe. I love sharing; that's my favorite. So yeah, I really appreciate all of your support, guys. And also thank you for all your reading requests as well. I'm quite touched to know that you guys actually really resonate with my readings, and that spirit really comes through for all of us in these readings. And yeah, once again, I feel very honoured and blessed to be able to be in a position to do this for you. So thank you so much for your support. I usually play music in the background, so I'm going to just put on some music really quickly. But while that's loading, we will just start with the reading. So we've got at the centre here 7 of Cups and 4 of Cups. It's nice to see cups in a love reading either way. It shows that there is some sort of emotional investment being made, and it's not totally you know, just matter of fact and non-emotional. And again, lovely for you, we've got a Leo card here at the centre. It's interesting how Spirit does that. It does it all the time. For Cancer, we had the Queen of Cups right at the centre, and then for you, we've got the Sun card, which represents Leo energy. So that's really good. Spirit, again, wants to speak to you, so it made it quite clear there. So with the 7 of Cups, it would say that your partner maybe feels a bit, I would say undecided. That's the first word that came to mind, is that they're feeling quite undecided, but not in a way that, it's more a case of they're really, really evaluating an offer maybe that you've made. They're really evaluating an offer that you've made. So it could be that they have a certain ideal, because this talks about idealism and sometimes getting lost in daydreams, and sometimes having too high expectations, because you're just kind of in this very much fairy tale kind of state of mind where anything is possible, and you be quite dreamy and caught up in your imagination basically, and not very grounded. We can see all the clouds here, which shows a clouded perception, and clouded emotions. It's like almost like they don't really know what's being offered. They can't really see clearly what's being put on the table, and that's probably why there's this 4 of Cups here. It's like, I don't even know what's being offered, so I'm gonna just stick to what I know. You know, so they could see you being this way. They could see you as being quite undecided, a bit just not really able to say yes, no, or maybe. Like, you just don't know, you can't reach a decision simply because you don't really know what's being offered. And on top of that, you have got maybe high ideals and high expectations. And the reason why I say that is because these 3 cups often talk about long-held beliefs or attachments that you have to the past, to again, expectations that you have about relationships, ideals that you set yourself. It's like you're saying, no, this is what I want, and I'm not budging, and until I get this particular thing, I'm not really interested. However, even though it may seem like it's not a clear offer and you don't really know what's being offered, you don't really know what it is, the offer being made is genuine. And again, it's coming from out of these clouds. It's interesting. It's almost like this should be that way around. Because it's like coming out of the clouds, this offer. It could very much be it could be a real blessing, especially with the Sun card here. This does talk about clarity as well. So I mean, you're being advised to be clear, to be transparent, to be honest, to wear your heart on your sleeve almost as well. So, you know, your partner may be feeling like you're being quite vague and you're not really giving them a yes or no answer, or you're not giving them you're not accepting their offer, but you're not declining it either. But from what they can see, you're just not sure about the offer, and you can't really see clearly what they're offering, or they might feel that about you, like they can't really see clearly what you're about or what you have to offer, and in fact, that might be, you know, cause for them to be like, I don't even know what she or he is offering me, so I'm going to just stick to what I know. They may feel like what you're offering just doesn't meet their expectations. But I think this is talking about your expectations. I don't feel they feel like, yeah, you have got kind of high expectations and you want more than what's being offered. But in actual fact, what you want is kind of a dream, possibly. And that's why the cards are saying that you need to seek clarity. You need to be more certain about what you want as a Leo. You know your own path, know where you stand, know what you want, and be honest with yourself and honest with the other person about what it is that you're looking for and what you expect. Because this person doesn't feel that they're getting a straight answer from you. In fact, they might feel like they're not hearing anything from you, you know. In terms of their intentions, it's interesting because the advice here is, again, to control your expectations. I feel this card always represents to me not having having your head in the clouds in a way, in a sense of having too high expectations or having the wrong kind of expectations to the point where it may lead to disappointment, because this is about disappointment, this card. So it's almost like a warning, in a sense, to you to manage your expectations in the future as things unfold. You will need to manage your expectations. Your partner's intentions is to again, get to the bottom of things. He wants or she wants to find out the truth about what you're really all about. That's what the Page of Swords is. Like, they don't really get you. They don't really understand you. They feel quite confused about you. They don't know if you want them or not. Like, they're just they don't know what you want. I think that's what it is. They don't know what you want. And you've got like this high expectation of what you want, maybe, and maybe it's too far out of reach for them to be able to give you. So you have to manage your expectations and be clear. Try and be as clear as you can, even if it's just clear with yourself about what you want from the relationship. But clarity is important. And with the Sun card there as well, it says clarity will bring you joy. You know, it will actually bring you a lot of luck and happiness if you're just maybe open about what it is that you want, because this person plans to do some investigating. They're going to be asking you questions. They're going to want to know what's on your mind. And this may be difficult for you to do, because the Page of Swords often comes with a bit of a challenge. So they could be challenging you, to go ahead and open up and say what you really think and feel about them, or about the relationship, or about your expectations in the relationship. We've then got the World card here to further clarify the Page of Swords. So again, this is about learning and lessons. I feel they really want to, or they intend to really get to the bottom. I mean, the World card is like the full stop on you know, every lesson. So ultimately, it's a full stop card. So they want to know everything. They want to know everything right until the last full stop. They want to really figure things out. They really want to understand you. Um, I think because they want to take the relationship to the next level. I feel like they are ready to move things forward, but they don't know how you feel about that. And they don't really, you know, maybe they may feel they've asked you the questions and whatever, but they don't really feel like they're getting a clear answer. So they still want more questions to ask, but with these questions, it's with a view to taking the relationship forward, to moving forward into a more complete relationship at the moment. So I think maybe, you know, which is true Leo style really, you know, you want the best. You want the best of the best. You want the glamour. You want the shebang. Like you're very open to the fullness of life and the richness of life, and you want, you know, you have a kind of insatiable appetite for joy and love and, you know, all of that good Leo stuff, and entertainment and fun and loving and relationships and play. So like you want it all, and I don't know if maybe you're maybe need to get a bit more grounded and realize that maybe what's being offered to you isn't this grand everything, but it's still a worthwhile offer. It's still a worthwhile offer. With the Four of Cups there, it's saying that the offer that's being made to you is still worth considering. It might not be what you expected, it might not be what you're dreaming about, but once you really kind of ground yourself a bit more and manage your expectations, you may find that this actually is a pretty, it's an offer worth considering at least. So I think that you may find that. And at the base here, we've got the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Cups, which talks about, you know, standing your ground. Your partner is thinking in their mind, like they're standing their ground. They're not going to give up on this. They are quite determined, which I think is like the case for most Leos. When someone is interested in them, if they're interested, like they're pretty interested. Leos have this beautiful way of being very attractive and really getting the attention of their love interests on the most part. I know there's always going to be Leos that are a bit more reserved and, you know, depending on what else is in your chart. But traditionally speaking, you know, in terms of the Leo energy, they've got a very magnetic energy. They, you know, they're represented by the sun. They're ruled by the sun, and the sun draws in all the other kind of planets to it with its brightness and its warmth and its magnetic appeal. So your partner or this person that you're dating is determined, and they're decided that you're indecisive. You're a little bit like, I don't know, but they're sure. They're like 110% sure that this is what they want to do, because this is a Seven of Wands. And I mean, even I say 110, maybe 100%, because the Seven of Wands character is still a little bit trying to defend themselves. They haven't quite gotten to the point of actually acting on their decision. They're just trying to defend their decision at the moment. So they may be finding it a bit of a challenge to stay optimistic about things, maybe, or to really keep fighting for the relationship. It's a challenge, but they're not giving up anyway. But it is a challenge for them. So again, try to bring some clarity into it. Try and give them some, if you are interested in them, you know, try to give some reassurance and clarity to them that you are interested, but maybe you just need to really think about what it is that you want out of a relationship, and you're not too sure if, you know, this is really going to be everything that you wanted, but you just need some time to think. And, you know, hopefully with the Queen of Cups here, it looks like they're quite empathetic. They seem to really be emotionally attuned to what's going on. And I think also they're quite a good friend of yours as well with the Queen of Cups. She's very caring and thoughtful and very, very nurturing and loving and intuitive. So you may be dating a water sign, especially with these two cups being central. And then in the thought position, we've got the Queen, we've got the King of Cups over here, and the High Priestess. So I'd definitely say you're dating a water sign, and it would be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. That's, I think, who you're dealing with. And if they don't have their sun, I believe it'll be their moon that will be in a water sign, because this is in the thinking position, and the moon represents the way that we think in astrology. So I would say that, you know, their moon is likely to be in a water sign, if not them just being a water sign. But they're trying to be more resilient. They're trying to be as tough as you, you know. They're trying to be as strong as you mentally. But I don't think it's their natural way of being. I think they're probably more watery. And this could be a challenge, you know. We can see the Queen looking over here at the wands, almost like, oh, you know, I've got to be more fiery. I've got to be more resilient. I can't just go with the flow and just, I've got to actually fight for this. So, yeah, they've got to be determined to see this through. You've been advised here to, again, to weigh up your options with the Two of Coins here. Make a decision in terms of the way that you're thinking. This is about reevaluating as well. Even though the Seven of Coins is usually about reevaluating, this is also about reevaluating the value of something. Which one holds more weight? So I would just say this is pertaining to you making a more clearer decision about what you want, and it really is supposed to be in line with your values, you know, what you truly value as important to you. So, you know, you may have dreams about certain things and that you want in a relationship, but what do you truly value? You know, when you're alone and you know, you're in meditation and you're thinking, or shouldn't be thinking if you're meditating, but you know, you're taking some time out to contemplate, you may find that actually what's important to you is very different to what your dreams are. You know, what may be really important to you is someone that's picks up your call when you call. It could be that it's someone that's always there when you need them. It could be someone who's quite strong emotionally because maybe you're not, or whatever, or whatever it is. It could be lots of little things that is important to you as an individual, but may not really have all the glitz and glamour. Like they might not have you might say, okay, I want to go with someone that's got like lots of, disposable income, or rub shoulders with certain people, or moves in certain circles, or can offer me a certain life. But that all being said is great. Yes, these things are very important in a happy life and happy relationship, especially if you yourself are ambitious. But it's, the relationship, it's not going to make the relationship work. And I think that what actually makes it work is shared values and support for each other. So it's about weighing up, I think, your options here. And at the moment, I think you're quite enjoying, toying with the idea in your mind. But, the person that you're seeing is like, you might be enjoying this kind of like, oh, I wonder what I want to do, and enjoying kind of daydreaming and taking your time to do what you want to do. But, you do need to bring some clarity here in order for things to be happy and things to be pleasant between you two and things to move smoothly. You do need to give some clarity to what you want, and it will involve you kind of managing your expectations a bit, which might be a bit heartbreaking. You might have to really have your heart set on something, but if it's this person that you want, then you need to think about what else they're bringing to the table that could be even more valuable than what your expectations were originally. So in the past, we've got the King of Cups and the High Priestess. So wow, very, very intuitive, very, very emotional. Like, wow, is this person you're dating psychic? King of Cups is someone who's very in control of their emotions. So in the past, you guys got along great. There was like psychic connection, you understand each other. It's like you had like a soulmate connection. It's very beautiful, very emotional, very etheric, what's the word, like ethereal, is that the word? But it's very spiritual kind of connection that you have. Sorry, I didn't sleep very well last night, so my vocabulary is limited, unfortunately, to only a small corner of my brain I think is working at the moment. But the King of Cups, and yeah, it's definitely a very emotional connection that you have. Usually with the High Priestess, they say that you've got kind of a psychic connection to them, like you don't always need to even say anything, or you might have dreamt about them before you even met them. Like this person feels that way about you. They feel very emotionally connected to you and very spiritually connected to you. You know, for them, it's more than just a physical attraction. For them, they feel this is like a spiritual connection. And, you know, it could be a water sign, but then the King of Cups always reminds me of an Earth moon in Taurus, because the moon in Taurus person is very, very stable emotionally. And then we have got the Ace of Pentacles here as like this new start. So, and it's beautiful. Look, you guys are going to be so happy. This is lovely. You've got like the Four of Wands. I'm a Leo rising, so hopefully I'll meet someone. But yeah, you got the Four of Wands and then the Two of Cups. Wow, and then this brand new beginning here. So it's looking really, really good. Like, the only issue could be is that, you know, there's going to have to be a kind of closing off of expectations here, like really grounding yourself in reality as much as you can. And you know, there's many ways you can do that. You can go out in nature for a few hours, like on a regular basis, and really connect with and ground with the earth. You can meditate. It's probably lots of, I think exercise is quite good to ground yourself and become one with your body, and it just helps your mind center. And once you're centered, you're not kind of like all over the place in your mind and dreamy. You're kind of dealing with the here and now and very much in reality, as we know it anyway. And yeah, that could really help manage your expectations. It could also be that, you know, this person does bring you some sort of news that again is a bit disappointing, to be fair, because we do have the Three of Swords there, and the World card is like a final answer to something, and with the Page of Swords talks about messages. So you could receive a message in the near future that's just a bit disappointing. It's like not really what you wanted, but it might not be what you wanted. But the Four of Cups says actually it might not be what you wanted, but it's still good. It's still really good, and the outcome is just beautiful. There's togetherness, bonding, possibly introducing each other to family members, friends, sharing good times, celebrations. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here, which can sometimes be known as the proposal card, you know, as it is a ring, and it's a gift. So, you know, well done, you've worked hard to get here, because these aces are usually, you know, gifts, especially the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, someone upstairs has been watching you and seeing how hard you've been working maybe on things, and they're giving you this beautiful gift of relationship with someone who's very, very like-minded to you. It's actually a very psychic connection. It's very much a soulmate connection. I would go as far as say it's like almost like a twin flame connection that you have here, especially with the World card being here. It could definitely be a twin flame connection, because it does talk about lessons, and sometimes hard lessons. And your hard lesson is, I think, becoming more grounded, and having to let go, I think, of some maybe long-held dreams or ideals that maybe you had. But yeah, I mean, we all know what the Two of Cups means. It means like meeting your soulmate, someone who's on the same page as you, who's got the same kind of views as you, you just share so much in common, and you just feel very at ease with them. It's almost like having a really good friend that really understands you. So that's beautiful. I can't wait for August. I'm a Leo rising, so well, I can't wait until this all kind of plays out. This looks really great. So then we've got the Three of Coins here, which talks about collaboration and working together. So again, this talks about compromise. So, and it also talks about being grounded with the Three of Pentacles. It doesn't, you know, the Three of Pentacles is probably one of the most grounded cards in the Pentacles deck, because it talks about foundations with the three, you know, setting a foundation. Threes represent foundations. So and accomplishment. So I think you guys probably recently kind of solidified your relationship, recognizing that there is a very special bond here between you two. Um, and it's just a case of, working together. The advice for you, Leo, is to really try to work with this person and recognize when it is appropriate to compromise. Obviously, it's not good. They always say it's not good to compromise in relationships, but I guess your only compromise is to become more grounded. So at least you're operating from a grounded position rather than a dreamy position. Okay. So I'll just quickly mention that we do have the Empress card as your overall energy for the reading again, which talks about abundance, feminine receptive energy, just a lot of, it even talks about wealth as well. So it's a very, very abundant, fertile relationship that you're in that has a lot of potential and a lot of blessings to come. The Hermit card talks about you being true to yourself, and this is so interesting. These two cards are called sister cards. This talks about being grounded, and this talks about being completely ungrounded. So yeah, there's a balance that's needed here. And then we've got the Page of Pentacles as well, which is another earth energy. So, this ungroundedness is more suited towards creative endeavors. That's what they always say with the Moon card. It's much more about, if you're going to be imaginative and think outside of the box and kind of be a bit more, fluid in your thinking, then that's best. It's not very grounded. So in everyday life, it can be good, but in everyday life, it's better to be grounded. But when it comes to creative pursuits, anything that you're interested in, the Moon card is great because you're thinking out of the box and you're more creative, basically. And it's a great way to channel those energies too, to channel your imagination. The Moon card also warns that there could be fears surrounding. There could be fears surrounding not wanting to be grounded. I think, and the Hermit card is the meditation card. So I would strongly advise that you take some time out to meditate and look at maybe any fears that you're having around letting go of these expectations. And again, just a beautiful ending to a beautiful reading, really. I'm gonna go and get some cards here from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Be as quick as I can. I've got 3 minutes left on the camera. So, yeah, for Leo, your love life. Wow, such a nice reading. Leo, love life, July. Okay, so these cards that have fallen out. And Yang. So exchanging gifts, is about that good give and take, sharing, recognizing what each one brings to the table. Again, it's very often connected to twin flames for me, the exchanging gifts, because often twin flames come together to share their gifts and also to help each other grow through that, through the sharing of the gifts, through the connection. So let's pull out 2 more cards for you. For Leo, July to August. Okay, let's see what comes up. Flexible and go to sea. And at the base of the deck, you've got Clean It Up, which is a 3 card. So would it mean number 21? So I think with Clean It Up, it is saying you need to dust away anything that could be holding you back, especially any fears that makes you attached to the particular ideals that you may have. The Yang card means being active. So yeah, it's about making things happen. I think with these 2 cards, the 4 of Cups and the 7 of Cups, is quite a receptive kind of energy. And your partner as well, I think, is quite a receptive kind of watery energy. So it may be up to you to kind of take the lead a little bit here and express how you feel. How you feel, number 1. And that's the Sun card here. So you are going to have to express how you feel. You maybe need to be more expressive. Maybe that's what it is as well. Maybe that's what's leaving your partner in the dark a little bit, is that you're not really expressing how you feel because you're still thinking about it with the 4 of Cups here. Flexibility, again, talks about compromise, going with the flow, being flexible, not holding on too tightly to your ideals, allowing other things to possibly be considered. And to the Sea, I'll read the book from that one because I don't actually remember what that one means. So it says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. There are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. So it pretty much reiterates what we've been talking about. So I'm going to close the reading there. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm available by email, symbolsforliving@gmail.com. You can also place your own order for your own reading through my email. Otherwise, thank you so